Do you prefer short hair or long hair on a girl or guy? Long. Like long hair. Love long hair. Even on me, Pian. Like I love long hair. Especially when it's messy. hmm I like messy hair. Messy 90s hair. hmm What is your middle name? Ah. What do you prefer, fall or spring? Fall. At least in fall, I don't get fucking allergies up the ass. Pian. What do you think of online education? It could be better. Pian. I'm pretty sure online education is the way to go eventually, Pian. But the school system is fucked as it is, so they need to fix that first, Pian, before they do online stuff. What's the worst movie you have ever seen recently? The only movie that I've seen recently is Annabelle 2, and that was like a few months ago. So, yeah, that's literally my only one recently. And I guess that's so technically that would be the worst recently. I'm not like I said, I watch anime, I don't watch movies. So, yeah, or YouTube. What is a con what is a controversial opinion you have? Oh no. Oh no. Oh
They
no.
make anime movies.
Oh no. Oh no. Uh, oh no.
Have you not seen A Silent Voice?
No. Pen, it's on my watch list though. Pen. But oh no. What is a what is a controversial opinion you have, Pian? Uh, might as well go all out, huh? One controversial
I know a
topic, Pian.
controversial opinion Hops has.
Hmm. I mean, one controversial opinion that I has, Pian, is gender, yes, is how you feel, Pian, but it's also how other people feel about you, Pian. You are entitled to your feels as much as they are to theirs, Pian. If they feel comfortable, if they feel more comfortable seeing you as a man, Pian, even though that you want to be called a woman or a she, the way make them feel more comfortable calling you that by
The
presenting yourself
police
as
car
such,
is on
Pian.
its way to your house with torches and pitchforks.
Oof, Pian. If you want to be said such, present yourself as such, Pian. I can agree that gender roles is whatever. It's a nuisance. But they were raised the way they were, and you were raised the way you were, Pian. You grew up the way you grew up, and they grew up the way they weren't grew up. It's not fair that you are trying to make them call you a certain thing, all because you feel uncomfortable without considering their feels as well about calling you a her, even though you still have a penis between your legs.
Here is my
Yeah.
controversial opinion. We should legalize recreational use fully all the way to meth and heroin and cocaine.
That I don't agree, but yeah. I rather not deal. I much rather not deal with a crackhead down the street. I mean, I got first hand what those people do when they're on that stuff. Just like Patrick and SpongeBob, we should get all the druggies and push them somewhere else.
I am not saying that these things are good, only that drug informant is a worse problem than drugs running their full course.
Yeah, Pian. And that includes for me too, Pian. So if gender, whatever, don't care. Pian. Just know that forcing somebody to call you a certain thing is not the way to go. You can present yourself a certain way to help with them see you as such, Pian. But they're gonna have their their labels, and you're gonna have yours, Pian. Anyway, what is your dream job? It's funny for you guys, my dream job isn't Twitch or YouTube.
Game designer.
Nope.
Oh no, I was answering the question for me.
My dream job, Pyun, is a dictator. And no, no, I am not kidding. Now, let me clarify. A dictator isn't bad. Julius Caesar wasn't bad. Dictator was just a term that got a bad rep because other dictators were oppressing their people. The Caesar wasn't oppressing his people. He was helping. He thought of his people first. Before they went to war. He made sure he made sure his citizens were fed, his army was fed, and everybody voted him for dictator because they knew they would make their land great. So they let him have all the power. It was just the consul that didn't like his shit. Because they felt that why should he have all the power? But a dictator by default isn't bad as long as everybody agrees that that person, what they're doing, is right. So, me as a dictator, I would consider everybody's things, and I always had a dream where people were sectioned off. You know, this is your, this is your thingy. This is their thingy. This is your thingy. This is their thingy. All people who think this way go to this area. All people who think this way go to this area. And then you can have visas into this section. You got visas into this section, and all of you don't mess with this person. Like, it's and then obviously I'm gonna have schools be redone.
Implement segregation.
Segregation for reform. If that makes any segregation for reform. To would be, so stupid be what stupid does. That's why the South is the South. That's why the West is the West. That's why the North is the North. That's why races are racist, and that's why Nazis Nazis are Nazis. The last generation teaches the new generation. However, if we were able to section these people off, and then slowly but surely with each generation teaching them right, little by little, just tweak their education little by little, it will be phased out. Then we will need for section. We will no longer need for sections anymore, because people will be thinking alike. We will, in order for the world to be together, we all had to be on the same page. And to do that, we had to section people off just like animals. We have to put the ones that are alike together. Breed out the ones with the bad thoughts and such out of the equation, to where every single section is on the right page. To get rid of those bad variables and then bring them back, So we're all on the same page. We're all collective, I know. I probably sound like a weird dictator, huh? But I'm not saying people can't have their own lives. They can have their own lives,
Hoppy wants eugenics.
Sorta. Close. Very close, Yeah, it's because, if you get rid of the variable of, those are Mexicans, or those are blacks, or those are whites, or those are trans, or those are immigrants. If we get rid of that and say, all of you think the same way, get in that section. All of you think it the same way, go in that section. These like-minded people are going to be in that little group. I mean, people do it anyway. What's the difference? Not getting, like, seriously, people, bird of the same feather flock together. They've done it. Twitter, YouTube, Discord, IRL, freaking cults, churches. Everybody section themselves off already to people that are like-minded.
Make sure the sections matches the requirements for necessary supply chains.
Yes. Or do you mean supply chains as in food and such? Everybody's gonna get the same amount of food, People are still gonna work. I'm not changing the infrastructure of how things run. putting like-minded people together, Pyon. And yes, there's gonna be those art, those mm, there's gonna be those people who don't want anything to do with establishment, don't want anything to do with, you know, like government or any such. Fine, there's a section for that. But in that section, we're not gonna deal with you. You guys can have all that, whatever. You guys can live off the land. That's all yours. We're not gonna control over you. We're not gonna teach you anything. You on you. Just know if things happen, we're not helping you. Simple as that, man. But everybody who wants to be part of the united world, then united world, man. But yeah, that's dream job. But like I said, it's a dream job. That doesn't mean I'll ever get it. What is the first thing you do when you wake up? Look at my phone to see if it still has any juice left.
Hoppy, I gotta go get to sleep. It's been fun.
Yeah, yeah, well, good sleep, Pian. I'm just gonna be yabbering by myself, Pian. One has to really get things off the mind. Do you prefer fiction or non-fiction books? Uh, I want. Okay, so I like dystopian. I really like dystopian books. I like fictional books. I like fictional books based off non-fiction, like events, or possibilities. I like those books, Pian. Like I really love books where it's a dystopian world and like only a few significant people overthrow that whole government or that whole like dystopian um place, Pian. Which is why 1984 really pissed me off. Fucking, it was going great until he ended up fucking just all hell, Big Brother. Mm. Yeah, no, it's not a good ending. Trust me, guys. 1984, you'll be pissed off. What was your favorite book as a child? It's between my favorite book as a child. Um, okay, so My favorite book as a child. Fictional? No, it's just a favorite. Um, you see, I was never much a reader, um, but when I did read books, um, okay, my favorite book as a child, which is like fourth grade, I think it's either fourth grade or fifth grade. Well, you see, my favorite book in high school was a book called Milkweed. Milkweed was about a girl who was Jewish during the Holocaust. It's all fictional, but it told the story of her and going around. Um, but even younger than that, my favorite book series was I forgot what it was, but it's like these dragons. There's the dragon. Like every book had a dragon. There was a green dragon, a red dragon, I think a blue dragon, and a white dragon. Um, and like the dragons were like beings themselves, they're like overpowered beings. Or no, they were persons who were cursed of being dragons or something like that. I read the whole series too. Like it was a very easy read. Yeah. And I think I read something else too, like a whole series of a certain book, but I forgot. It's been forever. Yeah. What do you think of I already did this one. Who would be the worst person to be stuck in an elevator with? Uh, the worst person to be stuck in an elevator with is a Republican non-humanist person or selfish person. I will be so argumentative to that person. Like someone who hates all immigrants, someone who's super close minded, someone who doesn't care about the little man, someone who's all about making the buck no matter whose feet they gotta step on. Beyond. And was who doesn't know even a sliver of sympathy, empathy for another person. I would hate, hate being in a room with them. Um, see. How about the best person to be stuck in an elevator with? Someone I could be drunk with. Someone that's very chill, doesn't smoke, doesn't do any druggies, but but they're a good drinking buddy. You know, um, might have some, might be my partner or have some romantic stuff with them and everything. Yeah. just talk, have fun. You know, like so someone that I could just like the whole time, like someone who makes the whole time you stuck in an elevator seem like nothing. Like we could sit there for like half a day and we were just like talking it all out. We're like, oh man, it's already been half a day. Okay, let's go. Let's get something to eat. Records, tapes, CDs, MP3s, streaming. Which do you which did you grow up with? What is good and bad about each? Records, too young for that. Tapes. I know about tapes, but never. I used them like maybe a couple times. They did use them when I was a kid. When it came to like read aloud books. CDs. Yes, I grew up with CDs. Was it my first music, my portable music thingy was a CD player. Was a Walkman. So and MP3 players. Um, yes, I grew up with MP3 players. And then the iPhone ended up becoming a smartphone. Damn it, the iPhone ended up becoming an MP3 player. So that was that. And then streaming, yeah, streaming. So my thoughts about each one. No, what is good and bad about each. So the good thing about records is that they copy every sound, like just like, and it has like that soundy. It just there's a feel to record players you can't really get with much anything else. And but the bad thing about record players is that some of them are made out of like oil and plastic, and sometimes it warps, so it ruins it ruins the record and everything. It's very old technology, so obviously it's gonna mess up eventually. You gotta keep the room very cool. Which is kind of hard when you live in Arizona. Tapes. Um, when it comes to tapes, the good part about tapes is that there's a side A and side B. So it's more compact. You can just go flip, bam, there you go. And it's as simple. Just put it in, bloop, play, and it's instant. The CD player doesn't have to find itself or anything. I mean, that's for later. The bad thing about tapes, you had to rewind the motherfucker. Low, try to get. Nope. Rewind. Play. God damn it, too far. And then CDs. The good part about them is that you have a physical copy right there with you. So, and then you can put it in a computer, CD player, whatever. And you'll be able to save you have to save the music onto the PC or whatever, piano, and just enjoy it. And you have a physical copy there. So whenever you could just sell it to somebody else for it, if you feel like you don't want it no more. The downside to CDs, they can get scratched. They're more susceptible for damage than tapes. Uh, MP3 players, compact. All your music is just right there. You could store you could store as many music as you want there, depending on the storage. The downside, there's so many knockoffs. There's like a lot of knockoffs. And when it's not a knockoff, it's fucking expensive. Pian. So and then oh yeah. Another bad thing about MP3 players, when it's not a knockoff, you got to like fucking download like a whole like app. You gotta download a whole new application on your PC just for to put music on it. But with the cheap ones, you could just drag and drop. But the quality of the sound is lower, so kind of had to pick and choose what you want. Streaming, um, it's good, but like get a lot of ads. At least with the MP3 player, you don't get ads. But when it comes to streaming, you get ads all up the ass. Beyond, just for you to play, especially fucking Pandora. Pandora like always played like one ad every fucking song. At least YouTube, ends up playing like one or two or three songs before. So does it even play five songs. So does they play five songs before they show you an ad. But no, Pandora and fucking SoundCloud, like almost every other song is a fucking ad. So yeah, that's my take, Pion.
E.
Hmm? Hello, Pion. Next subject. What is the most disgusting habit some people have? Um, Slurping. I don't like noisy ears. I don't like. Hold on. Like, stop it. Stop it. I'm very subconscious when I eat. And loud ears is one thing I can't. It annoys the hell out of me. I know some countries like fucking being a loud eater is a compliment. Me, I'm like, please just close your mouth, please. I know it's not all people, but these the people I've been around with, they be some loud eaters, Pyum. What do you think of online? I already got that one. Have you traveled to any different countries? No. Would you rather be rich and never find true love, or be true love? I'd rather be poor and find my true love, because at least we'll be together and we'll be able to figure out a way. So as long as me and that person can raise a kid, even though we're poor and everything, to be better than we were, let's get in my book. Oh, who was your best friend in elementary school? I think their name was Jose. But yeah, have you ever saved an animal's life? How about a person's life? Animal's life? Yes. There was like a little cat that got like hit. That was I saw it, like I saw it was still breathing. I don't know if I saved his life or not, but no, two times actually. We saw a hurt chihuahua, and we saw a hurt chihuahua, and I saw a hurt cat, and my mom, I found the cat just like there, like barely breathing, and I was gonna get something to eat, but I didn't want that cat. Like I saw that cat was still breathing. I'm like, oh my god. So I got the cat, picked it up, took it to my mom. I'm like, Mom, is there any way we could take this cat somewhere? And me and her went to the hospitals, and then we signed the papers to let that cat, you know, release custody of that cat to get to have it take care, because it's not ours. Just got hurt, so did that, and that was it. Then the time was me and my roommate. We ended up meeting a Chihuahua, and it was hurt. Um, and we got the Chihuahua, bring it into the vet, into Animal Humane Society. They're charging us like $120 to admit the doggo in, and we're like, but it I was like, okay, we'll waive the fee. They said they'll waive the fee and everything. This is his first time and everything. I'm like, okay, so yeah. Versus life, no, no. Wait, maybe I don't know. Some people say that I saved their lives beyond sometimes Pyong, because they were about to end it or whatever Pyong. But I don't really take that for face value Pyong, because it's not really saving your own life Pyong. I was just saving you from yourself Pyong. So I can't really take that as saving someone's life Pyong. Yeah. Next subject. What is the first thing you notice about a guy or girl? Most thing the first thing I notice about a guy is if they're masculine or feminine. If they're feminine, I like him. He's masculine. Cool, bro. Yeah. The first, when it comes to a woman, the first thing I notice about a woman is how she presents herself. If what she's wearing and everything is just letting everything hang out, myself, I mean, my respect for her is kind of, if you're dressed decently, like how a guy would be, like covering up at least the important bits, then yeah, fine. I could talk with you. I don't mind you showing off shoulder. I don't mind you showing off stomach. I don't mind you showing off leg. But as soon as unless you're wearing a skirt and not a fucking like, oh, an inch long skirt, at least enough to get like mid thigh, not showing off your freaking ass or anything, Yeah, I respect. I respect the women. Cause not every guy, peon, wants to just talk to a woman who has all her shit hanging out, peon. Same thing goes for a guy. And I don't wanna not I don't wanna be talking to a dude that just fucking has his shit all out, peon. Or looking like an like an F boy or such. Nah, I'm good. Do you play sports? Do you play sport video games? No. Which ones? None. Is playing the video game or playing the sport more fun? Playing the sport. Why? Because I actually get exercise out of it. What was the last thing you purchased? Coffee creamer. Who is your oldest friend? Where did you meet them? Um, I don't know if we're still friends or not. I think he got hacked or something. So my oldest friend is Troy. I'm gonna give you his last name, but his name is Troy. Met him when I was in my treatment, Pian. But if he's not the friend though anymore, Pian. My oldest friend is my friend Mike that we still keep in contact with and everything. So we talk here and there, Pian. Anyway. Oh yeah, I met him in high school. Which do you prefer, books or movies? Hmm, depends. If I had the time, book. Especially if it's like Westerner, book. If it's anime, I could go for the movie, man, to a point. If you opened a business, what kind of business would it be? And, it would honestly, if I was gonna open a business, Pion, it would be it would either be a free speech thingy like newspaper, or B an art studio like art studio business. What was the best birthday wish or gift you've ever received? Man, I had to go way back. Well, I've like had bad birthdays for a good while. Actually, the best birthday I have ever had. My best birthday I've ever had was when I was 18. Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Okay. So, my 18th birthday, I felt the least lonely. The least lonely. Um, I explain. What should I say? So, my my 18th birthday, um, two of my freshman friends were there. Two of my sophomore friends, no, three of my sophomore friends were there. Four of my senior friends are there, and two of my junior friends were there. My parents were there. My family's there. We went bowling, and my mom got a cake to put for somebody to put my face in, and fucking one of my freshman friends, uh, you know, they took the initiative to get my face and put it into the cake, and then I'm just like, and then like he was waiting for that. He wanted to do that because I bullied him, but in a good way, for funs. And then We had just separate cake. We had the face cake, which was smaller, and then we had the bigger cake, again, for everybody to enjoy. And yeah, it was fun. I was happy through that whole night because we weren't alone. I didn't feel alone at all, which was great because my depressor didn't kick in. I was enjoying the whole time. It was good. Let's see next. How have TV shows changed over the years? It seems like every before there was a lesson to be learned, and at the very big, I mean, at least before my time, there was a lesson to be learned, and it was all in your face. And then it went from that to a lesson to be learned, but they didn't tell you straight up what the lesson was. You kind of had to, interpret the lesson yourselves on what was being taught. Um, and then not only that, characters were also being developed. Go from that to full on just entertainment, which is fine for a good minute, but then it's just got out of hand. Like just entertainment, to the point where like they're trying to bring this super thick plot, but it all falls through. So many plot holes everywhere and everything. Um, and then you go to the stuff now where it feels like most things needs an undertoned like agenda behind it, which is no longer entertainment, is no longer a lesson, it's just pushing propaganda or pushing a motive, on kids. Don't like anymore. And 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 then also too, like they make like fucking, and then when it comes to regular TV shows, like sitcoms or whatever or such, I mean, oh god damn it, I didn't even touch you. They make fun of that kind of culture. Next, what was the last movie you watched? How was it? Eh. Like I said, the last one I watched was Annabelle, the second movie. My boyfriend and his friend. So, eh. What defines a sport? Is fishing a sport? How about video game tournaments? Pew. um, Sports. Um, I had to look up the definition of sports. Okay. Plural noun. Sports. An activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. A person who behaves in a good or specified way in response to teasing, defeat, or similarity trying situation. Verb. Wear or display. Amuse oneself or play in a lively, energetic way. Well, um, I'd say yeah, because it takes it doesn't. They are physically like putting themselves through the ringer and mentally. When it comes to hitting the right buttons and such. Like, is it fully exertion? No, but not every athlete can play like how some people play like esports and everything. So because not everybody can do it as easy, there are those skill players that are way above. I say yes, it could be a sport. Pion. Which emerging technology are you most excited about? I honestly don't know. I don't know what's out there yet or right now, so can't say, Pion. Do you believe in soulmates? Yes, but we don't know if it's your soul. We don't know that if it's our soulmate or not, Pion. So yes, but we do not know, Pion. We'll never know. What is the most disgusting thing you have heard happen at a restaurant? The most disgusting thing that I've seen at a restaurant. Fucking, don't you guys seen it? Kitchen Nightmares. Oh, so there was this bar that had like roaches like in the couches or in the areas where they eat. Like not just a couple, fucking a whole infestation of roaches. I'm like, oh god, how can anybody fucking? Ugh. Do you like spicy food? Why or why not? Yes, I do like spicy food, but I can't have it because acid reflux. And why? Because of the taste. Oh yeah, and also too, I realized that lately, food that didn't used to be hot for me are now hot for me. So I don't know what's up with that. You know, what is the spiciest thing you have ever eaten? Um, You see, that's a hard question because now fucking fire hot sauce from Taco Bell is hot for me now. Yeah, but before though, I used to be able to eat like atomic wings from Wingstop pretty easy. You know, just give me some ranch, I'll be fine. Um, I'd say, oh, I know, the hottest things I've ever had was the extra hot Frank's hot sauce, wing sauce, with with the wings already battered in hot sauce from what's it called? It was Frank's it's Frank's pre sauced hot wings, the hottest ones with the hottest hot sauce they got already. So double, it's basically double hot sauced. Uh, Mike, if Mike had some too, Mike Mike ate some too. Beyond it was Mike had some and his mouth was burning. Mine's as well too. We were both suffering. What is one thing you miss about being a kid? Still looking young. Just yeah, just still looking young. I didn't really have much friends being a kid, so I can't really say that. Um, and then when it comes to the simple life, my life wasn't very simple. I had to do homework and everything while like my dad let the house get bad. So yeah. Do you think people read more or fewer books than no, do you think people read more or fewer books now than 50 years ago? Honestly, I think people read this. I think the same amount of people still read. Because if books were actually irrelevant, they wouldn't be printing them still. But a lot of books are still being printed, and a lot of people are still reading them. And there's books, shelves, and everything, and I think the same amount of books are being read. So yeah, I think it's like equal. Why do you think sports are common across almost all cultures, present or and past? I think that's because like all you really need is a ball and a goal. Like I think all sports are common in that place, because like a ball is spherical, so it can bounce around. It could roll. You know, it can like it's a very universal shape in terms of what you can make around it. And even hockey too. You know, it's round. You know, so just the shape itself. We enter. You know, things can happen with that round shape. So I think the shape itself is just universal, and that's why in the past and present, it's you know Every sport has something like it, Pion. Is teaching a skill no, is teaching a skill that can be taught. Huh? Is teaching a skill that can be taught. Oh, um, yeah. I mean, it. Everybody has their way of learning, Pion, and you can show somebody how you should teach somebody, Pion. There could be somebody there to show you how the proper way to teach said object or said subject to certain people. Pion. So yeah, you can. If that's what it's saying. How can technology improve education? Can it hurt education? In terms of having somebody guide you, it depends on the person. Every person is a different learner. Beyond some people are physical learners, some people are just told learners. So it can be beneficial dependent on the person, and it can be bad depending on the person. So, what is the best way to stay motivated and complete goals? Complete them. Start with small goals. Start with like achievable goals, easily achievable goals. Start with those first, and then from there, just inch it further, inch the goal further, inch the goal further and further, until you can make a far out plan, but or a far out goal, but you know it's achievable because you have seen yourself completed the other goals before. What foods do you absolutely hate? Watermelon. Watermelon. Fucking watermelon. Hate watermelon. No. No. No watermelon. Watermelon bad. Watermelon evil. We don't touch watermelon, Pion. Watermelon evil, Pion. Don't touch watermelon. I'll never touch watermelon, Pion. What are some strange beliefs that some people have? One strange belief that I think people have is that they think that just some random being just poof, there you go, things are here. And they like to say that they like to call the kettle black. They like to call the kettle black when they themselves, you know, say, "Oh, but the Big Bang Theory, something just poofs into existence." How does that make sense? I'm like, both you guys are weird. Why can't just the universe exist? Why do we need to know there's a start of it? Feel- It's like, but maybe it's just our puny little monkey brains, Pian, that makes us want to have a start and an end, Pian. Hello, love. The moon, hun. Let's see. I think mirror is. That's not the mirror. Wait, is I think. Wait, no. I think the mirror is auto. Pion. Yeah, I'm just here by myself, looking at the mirror and the moon. Pion. Okay. Yeah. Word for me. It's okay. Like I said, Pion, just I'm not gonna be upset or anything. You know. Yeah, I can't be upset with you. My dizzy. Dizzy Bonnie. It just, like I said, it comes and goes, Pion. I'm not gonna be like dwelling on it or such. So you don't have to be sorry, Pion. Just having you, Pion, makes me happy and better. And and remember, hon, it's just when it comes to my depression, it just happens. There's no trigger, there's no reason for it. It just I feel it, and then depending on what I take, depending on what I do about it, I could get out of it better or not. It depends. So it hit right now. Well, not right now. It hit on stream on streaming Splatoon. I just started feeling it, get me, and I'm like, I gotta take a break, gotta take a break. Then now I'm here. Here I am, just thinking of I have the Google on right now. The Google random questions, random topics, and just talking to myself in the mirror. And it's okay. Nobody's really watching, so we're fine. Seriously, no one's watching, so we're good. I'm just talking to myself, pretending there's so many people around. See, you okay, love? It says Pion, and the main reason why for the hour, like I mean, because the main reason why I say an hour to get rid of it, Pion, because I don't want my peso. I don't want to say anything I don't mean, Pion. Because you saw it firsthand when I was over there, Pion. I say things I don't mean in the depresso. So That's why I say to that's the only reason why I say to give an hour ish, so I don't say anything that I don't mean. You know I love you. You know me. You mean a lot to me, Pim. I don't wanna. I don't wanna say. No, I don't wanna say anything that I don't mean, Pim. You're the least person that I want to affect my depresso to affect you. And I hate it. I really do hate it, Pim. I really hate it when my depresso just like, hey, I'm here. Get the fuck out, depresso. It's like, but I'm here. Free. Like it sucks. Like it really does. It's like it just comes out of the blue. I had to deal with it. I have to handle it and not get myself even deeper in it. It's annoying. It really is. Mini sucrose. Does she have her event yet? Well, not her event, but her hangout. Ah, ah. I'll start playing. I'll start playing Genshin. I'll start playing Genshin with you again. When I get when she gets her hangout again. Oh no, when she gets her hangout. If Sucrose gets a hangout, then I'll come back for a little. And then I guess at that point you'll be. I guess at that point you'll be carrying me. Mr. C6 freaking Alula. Hmm. But you don't have the worst account, Dizzy, because somebody somebody got C6 Zhongli, C6 Shogun, C6 Tahoe. Oh, not Tahoe. I mean Hu Tao. C6 what is it? Uh what was her name? C6 Diluc and C6 Gene. And they all got their all their weapons max refined. And I'm like, how much did this guy whale? Like this guy didn't just whale. This guy did not just whale. He plesiosaur. But yeah. But next question, I guess. Next thingy. Which recent news story is the most interesting? Uh, I don't know. I don't really watch news. It's my baby. It was my baby. Wait a minute. Wait, today's Friday night. Hmm. Today's Friday night, hon. I'm supposed to be. Mm, mm, might be suspicious. So you don't notice I don't work today, Pion? You see on Discord, Pion. Oh, oh, so it's not work today, Pion? Okay. But yeah, I've worked tonight. Well, yeah, tonight. Yeah, it's already 6 in the morning. I, uh, yes, I'm yours, Dizzy. What were you up to, Pion? I'm pretty sure you were awake before, way before. That's it. Oh, just the headache? Wait, so you were just sleeping the whole time? From your headache? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, hon. Oh, Discord. Okay, Pion. Why are you smacking it? Wait, why smack? I mean, if you don't like, if you don't like that one, you can always get yourself another one, Pion. They got better ones on at Walmart. I mean, not Walmart. I mean, at Amazon. They have they have this one called Pop, which is like super sensitive. You don't want to eat your mic. And you guys just got just ah. I hear pop. One pop. Two pops. If only we can. If only it's still there to be able to help you with your mic and such, Pyun, or your tech in general. So when you go to your microphone on VR chat, is it like all the way to the max, like the sensitivity? That's weird because we have on disc. I mean, on Discord, on Discord, you sound okay. It's just VR chat. Hey, is it like this? Me want to be in call so I can hear you, Pyun? Okay. Do. Pop. Yeah. Yes, huh? Yeah.
Could you meet yourself on Discord?
I can hear you on Discord, Pyun.
Yeah. I mean, like, so I can hear you in VR chat.
You want to hear me on VR chat instead, Pyun?
I mean, at least your mic is not as messed up as mine.
I think it's just VR chat being mean.
Yeah, and also because I can't put the volume down on Discord, and it's very loud.
Hmm. Okay. But no, actually, no. Yes, you can. If you go to user volume, you could turn it down. But sorry.
I would have to go to my mouse and keyboard to do it because I don't have to do it here.
Thought you had the OVR, everything to do your desktop and such.
Yeah, but I don't know how to because I cannot right click.
Hmm. Wait, right click is your touchpad and your trigger at the same time.
I don't know. Huh. Oh.
Yeah. But it's just, mm, I'm just kind of talking to myself, really. Random questions. Kind of like a memo. I think right now. See
I can help.
how I help with my memo.
What's your favorite cake?
Strawberry marble. Pian. Why? Chocolate and vanilla swirls with the strawberry layer and another marble cake.
What's your favorite dessert?
Um, guess brownies. Yeah, like this. But even then, very solemnly. 'Cause, I'm not much of a sweets person. Pian.
I love ice cream.
Hmm?
I just love ice cream.
Ice cream. You see, when it comes to ice cream and frozen yogurt, I like frozen yogurt over ice cream. Because frozen yogurt has more of a tanginess to it, like a sourness,
Mm.
and I like sour things. So, oh yeah, I have this website that has all the questions. Like the next one is, what is something that you have gotten in trouble for at school or work?
Mm. Giving somebody a swirly.
Ah, bonk. Me, um, the worst trouble I ever got was in school. I was in kindergarten, and I shat my pants in the middle of a play. Pian. I was in kindergarten. It's okay. And the teacher and the teacher had it going for her. I told her I needed to go, but she's like, "You can wait until after the play." But I had to go. Can wait till after the play. Fucking,
Did you sue her?
I'm kindergarten.
Yeah, it was child abuse. You could have sued her.
Oh yeah, fucking. What is it? 21 years later, come back. Yeah, you had me shut my pants.
A 5-year-old sued the teacher.
Okay. What is the longest book you've read? Technically, the Bible. But besides that, I would say the longest book I've read was Lord of the Rings. Never again. That chick took so long to fucking get to the exposition and everything and the climax. Like, oh my god! And this is a teenager. This is a 15-year-old kid trying to read Lord of the Rings and understand everything. How about you, hun? Longest book?
Mm, Divine Comedy.
Divine Comedy, huh?
Dante's Inferno.
Oh, I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know what's the contents of it. So,
It's pretty. It's hard to read
hmm.
because the the wording on there is more poetic, but lots of the words on there have like different. They're just pronounced differently
Hmm.
and they're written differently.
Um, I remember in my junior year of high school, I had to analyze the writing style of fucking Edgar Allan Poe. It was a pain in the ass because he was never straight to the point.
I think I
Um,
read a quarter way of his
mhm.
of the book. Like, yeah,
Yeah, because Edgar Allan Poe and fucking what's his name, the one who wrote about what's it called, um the misadventures of someone, the one about the painting, the painting the fence. He tricks a kid to paint a fence.
the Misadventures of Tom Sawyer.
Tom Sawyer, yeah, the author of that one. I try to read his stuff, but it just seems kind of. I forgot what his name was. I wrote that book. Man. But he is one weird mind. Like his writing, like whatever he was on everything. Pian. I mean, he wrote those books. Careful, those ones, Pian. They're kind of scuffed.
Oh, you're right.
What, Mako?
Oh, yeah, scuffed.
What is your favorite day of the week?
Wednesday.
Why?
Huh?
Why Wednesday?
Exactly.
Mine's is Saturday. It's right between two off days, Pian. See.
I'm Mona.
Oh, did you see the Twitter the Twitter freaking shit post? Um, when they found out that was it Genshin Impact made alternate skins, alternate non-lewd skins of characters, Pim.
Yeah.
Are you gonna use them?
Okay, Jane. The one for Jane was actually look really good.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Oh,
They covered up Ember a lot, and I'm like, no,
why? That was lewd.
Ember's not lewd.
He's being too lewd.
How is how is this lewd, Pim?
Yeah, that's way too lewd. Stop it.
It covers up everything. Like everything's covered. Oh, my button exploded.
Mm.
Okay. Here's a good one, hun. Here's a good one. Which app seems like magic the first time you use it?
Wait, what?
The question is, which app is like magic the first time you use it?
The one that goes do do do.
I had to say YouTube. When you first use YouTube, you're like, oh, yeah, wow, they got these features, they got this features, they got these features, and then after the first day of using YouTube, you're like, eh, what's on?
Oh,
Oh no, Pam, it's the older sister. It's the Oni Chan.
it's kind of scuffed and full body though.
Mhm. If you can have any animal as a pet, what would it be? Pam? Flemish rabbit, Flemish bun bun, big bun bun. You any pet,
Um,
any animal.
a corgi.
So out of all the animals in the world, a corgi. Okay. How often do you go to the? Oh, good. Okay.
Actually, a giraffe.
Giraffe pen. It better not because they're gay and they have long tongues. Yes, giraffes can actually be gay.
Alright, then a hyena.
Um, the women, the women female hyenas have penises.
Alright, then a seahorse.
You already know about seahorses.
Yes, they look like real horses.
And the male gives birth.
Alright, then a clownfish.
The clownfish can change sex at will, Pim. Yeah. Um. Is it? Oh. How often do you go to the library? Maybe 3 times in a year. Which is gonna be less. It's gonna be far less now because fucking um. I don't have a PlayStation 4 anymore. So no, so I can't really watch anime. So I'm just gonna have to watch anime my regular way of watching anime. Pion. What? I'll get a PlayStation 4 again eventually, Pion, to play the Kingdom Hearts series. I know. I know. I know you want to see me suffer playing it all the way through. Re. I'm pretty sure I was told that Kingdom Hearts 3 is the easiest one. So I'm pretty sure that by the time I get to Kingdom Hearts 3, it'll be extremely easy for me.
Yeah.
I don't think that's scaled right. I think that thing's supposed to be smaller.
It's just because your avatar's tiny.
Well, Sucrose is tiny.
Yeah, you're right.
Fine. Here. Total Wolf. I know that's your hand, hun.
Yeah.
Pion. You see, I would go to the library to read books, Pion, but like the manga that they got there are very broken up, Pion. So like I can't read the whole series. At least my public library.
Oh.
Well, what's the best pet name you can come up with for a specific type of pet?
Oh yeah.
I'd probably think of a bunny. So the best name I think the best name for a pet bunny would be Bon Bon. Bon Bon Bon. What?
I knew that's what you were going for. Bun.
Mhm. But too bad my two bunnies aren't like brown, so I can't name them Bon Bon with the chocolate. What sport is the most exciting to watch? None.
Nuns? Wait, nuns have a sport?
No, I said none of them. And then no sport.
Like, they like nuns?
But if I had to choose a sport that I have to go watch, basketball. Especially when Phoenix Suns are playing, man, people will be fucking going crazy when someone makes a goal. I mean not a goal. when someone scores a shot.
So, if you think that's crazy, you should see golf.
Golf. Right.
It's the craziest sport out there.
Um, which is the most boring to watch? All of them. Honestly, I think the most boring sport to watch is soccer. Yeah.
To me, it's cricket.
Mm. For me, it's soccer because fucking one goal within how much hours? One goal?
Did you know the world? I think the World Cup happens every 4 years. I think.
Because it takes fucking 4 years for them to make enough goals to play to decide who wins. Like, goddamn. By the time they decide who's the freaking world champs of soccer, the fucking the Olympics is already meddling people. Like, goddamn.
I
Eh,
love
eh,
pool.
oh,
When they play pool, it's always so interesting.
mhm. You see, I like the Summer Olympics because um, volleyball.
Tennis.
Eh, I mean, volleyballer, but it's far better. which makes me think, Pian. Should I start doing volleyball to get that kind of butt, Pian? I mean, I don't know what's up with volleyball, but it's always volleyballer, but it's just so like refined versus runner butt, bicyclers butt. It's like I don't know. I mean, whatever exercise they're doing for their butt, I want to try it. I mean, but then again, that'll be a benefit for you, I think, Pian, to hold. See, uh, uh, earlier you're seeing your friend Pian. You were seeing your friends. No?
I was just alone in a world for like an hour and 10 minutes.
Sorry about that, Pim. You want to see the next question that they gave us? Pim? Is it better to live where there are 4 seasons or where one season takes up most of the year? Yeah, I want to live in a place where it has 4 seasons so I can actually see it all and everything. But I'll be inside in spring though, because I have allergies, so I will not get out of the house during spring. But all the other 4 seasons, yes. I mean, 3 seasons, yes. But cause here in Arizona, fucking, we have summer and then cooler summer. That's basically Arizona, just summer and cooler summer. Oh yeah, and we have a monsoon season, which lasts for about a month.
I like winter.
I like winter because it's snuggle time season. Let's see, where did you go to school? Huh?
What was the last place you went to school?
I guess Arizona Automotive Institute to learn HVAC. Pin. And now I'm in debt. Yay. Just like a true American.
Wait, I'm not in debt.
You ain't American enough. Actually, no, yes, you are. Best Buy. And your mortgage.
Doesn't mean I'm in debt.
No, but you're in debt to something, Pin. By definition.
No. But
But
doesn't debt mean like owing somebody
mhm,
and not having the money for it?
no. But I mean, I'm talking about the definition of debt where you owe, Pin. Like you have a debt to somebody. And in America, you have to be in debt to something or someone in order for you to get a good credit score and such. So you could owe more money to other places. So then you can pay those off, and then you gotta so you could owe more things to a certain other company. Like even big businesses are in debt to fucking like bank loans and such. And pray they make profits that could pay off the debt to the banks. Where is the most awe-inspiring place you ever been? Awe-inspiring. You see, I don't really travel much, but I had to say the most inspiring place I went to is Sheep Mountain at Colorado. Me and my friend Mike, we went up top of the mountain. Well, not on top of the mountain because we didn't have the gear to go on top of there, but there were like snow peaks. They were snow-capped mountains at the time because it was November, so it was like getting colder. But in Colorado, it's already snowy. It's like they already got snow caps. So, um, we were on top of the mountains, on top of that mountain, and it was like so cool. Like it was so grassy. There was so many trees, and we were like super close to the mountain. And the moon just seemed closer to us. It was so weird. My very first time been like that high up on a mountain. So yeah, Pion. How about you, Pion? Any inspiring places you've been to, Pion?
I would say, the, I've been to the mountains in Little Creek, to the very top, where it was like a lot of snow, no light pollution. You were able to see all the stars, but it was extremely cold.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I can't believe that you can even breathe in all that smog. Like when I went like on the bus going over there, like you can just see the smog line. You just go into it.
it was so smog where I went to Little Creek, the very top. The air was so fresh.
Me dizzy. Let's see. Oh, the questions, Pion.
Oh,
Oh, what? The world has become infested with rabid dogs with the intelligence of a 5-year-old. Where do you hold up to survive the apocalypse? What? Wait, what?
Where do you hold up? I'm gonna say Chuck E. Cheese for me.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel like a zombie horde of rabid dogs. Well, I know one thing. I will post up in a Chinese restaurant. Kid.
I would be in a Chuck E. Cheese.
Why? It's rabid dogs.
There's a lot of electronics there.
Okay. Pim.
Oh, I changed my choice. At a
What?
Disneyland.
What is something popular now that annoys you? TikTok. There's a lot of cloud.
MySpace.
But MySpace is popular? Since when?
Right, it's not.
No, TikTok could be having a lot of clout chasing teenagers.
Twitter.
I mean, that's bad too. What problems will technology solve in the next 5 years? And what problems will it create? I believe technology is gonna solve.
Problems, but it's gonna promote a lot of laziness.
I think it's gonna solve like elderly's problems for mobility, but technology in the next 5 years is gonna cause stupidity. Either cause stupidity or is gonna cause natural selection. Either or, same difference. Who was the first band or music group you were really into? Do you still like them, Pyun? Man, what was my first music that I ever liked?
Aretha Franklin.
Hmm?
Aretha Franklin.
All for you.
Hmm?
And do you still like them?
Oh, oh, still like
No, no. Do you still like them still? Because it said because the question was what was the very first band or music group that you liked, and then do you still like them?
oh.
See, I don't know exactly what's my very first. It's basically asking my very first song that I like, him, which I don't remember. But the one I do remember is St. Count Posse. I do still like them. Um, yeah, I mean, not as much stuff as I used to, but they still make some good stuff here and there. Try to remember, hun. Hey, hun. It's my love falling asleep. What you up to?
Oh, I'm looking for that's his Bill Withers.
Hmm. Pian.
There we go.
Hmm.
I sent you the link of the song I like.
Oh, I know that one, Pian. But it said band or music group, Pian.
Hmm?
So he's not a music group. He's a single artist.
But it's still the first song I heard.
Hmm. I think the very first song that I could ever remember is Goodbye by Big Bear in the Big Blue House. Either that or Blue's Clues. But my mom and dad said that the very first song that I jammed out to was uh the big was it the red couch or something like that, or the big red couch. I don't know what it is. To see. Uh, it's the big comfy couch. That was the show. But I mean, that's what my mom and dad says that I jammed out to. And I used to listen to the song. But anyway, guys, Beyond Bun is good now. So, guys, enjoy your Saturday, Beyond. Even though there's nobody here, thanks for coming, boy, Beyond. If you guys are watching the past podcast, hello and bye, boy. But anyway, like always, guys, you guys stay weebish, Beyond. I'll be doing updates on my Discord, such Beyond. And like I said, I'm trying to get everything updated and looking fine and everything before I start getting a job, Pion. Because as soon as I get a job, I won't have the time to update it, Pion. So you guys enjoy yourselves, Pion.